Honorable admiration on my good brothers, sisters of the feather. It's none other than your brother. And let me phrase it back so everybody, a lot of people like to call me Lotus, but my name's Matthew Douglas Craig. It's the channel. I have multiple channels broadcasting right now on at least 5 channels at the same time. I like to be multifaceted, multitasking, and doing the things a little bit more than everyone else, I would like to say. So I would like to say I'm broadcasting from the one and only Asuk Sanga Shashamonga, also known as Azusa, California. That's right. And it's been a great deal of debates and battles and bickering and hurt feelings and banana and tailpipes and rattlesnake oil salesmen, goddamn windshield wipers. Come on now. Um, Being put in their place and some being freed from their cage. And it's very entertaining. Not impressed, but it's entertaining. And I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm enjoying it. I went on to Garfield's channel today. And you know, damn, burn rubber. And as soon as I get on there, I'm ready to drop. I'm ready to drop my stuff I sit on. There's some things I sit on that I've already spoke on. I've already exposed it. I've already put it out there. I've already completed the full hypothesis. Check this street. Hypotenuse breakdown of it. Rather it be uh, a religious theology, Eastern, Western, don't matter. Rather it be science. A lot of people use that phrase science, and they're atheists, but it was actually a Christian fellow of the Royal Society who coined the phrase scientist. There's a lot of things that people don't know because a lot of people are they're guided by what they think is called a spirit or a soul, or they think that they're finding information online or in books because an ancestor's guiding them in that direction, or to say, so they say. And it's a lot of confusion. And then you have those that are against that and that have completely let their wheel go, and they are completely in the back seat. I'm driving right now. I'm in the front seat. I'm in the front seat of my destiny. I'm in the front seat of my information and knowledge. But if you want to talk about something, that's fine. But remain objective, because once you talk about somebody else's information, somebody else's findings, somebody else's article, book, PDF, newspaper clipping, or whatever. It is not you. It is not from you. Therefore, you are at the mercy of that person who made that. And if it didn't come directly from your ancestor, what validity does it really hold? And that is the problem with all these damn communities. Nobody wants to take responsibility for the information they talk about. If you're talking about some information about something that happened 100 years ago, and you didn't get it directly from your family, and even if you did, you still have to question it. You might run into a grandma like, oh, Ray was full of shit. I wouldn't trust what he said. You might run into those situations if you had a great uncle who was moving and shaking. But what I would like to see is a total separation of information from outside of your genealogical family, your immediate family, like your personal, your immediate family, your genealogical family, your heritage, or separate yourself completely from the information that you are searching. If you are trying to look for a tribe's name, okay, like a tribe's name, and it is not your last name, you have to question all of it. Does your last name really go back to a tribe? Does your last name really hold water, weight, or validate you to have credibility on this land? If not, find out exactly where your name comes from. And we can dig into the origins of these languages. We can do all that good stuff. But if it doesn't come directly from your ancestors, then you have to question the validity of it. And I'm going to crush the hell out of all ancient alphabets, all ancient scripts, all reconstructed history will be crushed on Wednesday on Big Dog Philly OG's channel. And in my research, which is not connected to my family, I discovered that there was a nation of people who did not go through Reconstruction. And for years, I have had their information and their story. And I'm telling you right now, that information and that story from that specific group of people who did not go through Reconstruction, everything everybody's saying don't match none of that shit. I'm talking about 100% of everybody talking, saying anything about history, of anything literature, anything theology, the stuff that I have, the connections that I have, the connections that I've made over the years from people who got their information from their genealogy connection, their actual bloodline, doesn't match anything anybody's saying. Not a goddamn thing. And, excuse my language, I'm really not going to be doing that no more. Excuse my language. But not a goddamn thing. Nothing. Nothing at all. So we have people who talk about they come from Africa, and then the tribes they say that they're connected to, they come from Africa. Those tribes don't come from Africa. You have a great deal of tribes in Africa today that are not from Africa. And that's just something that everyone just has to deal with. When you have a group of people in Africa that are telling you, yeah, we're not from this area. We came from that area. And then you go to that area and try and find their people. Hey, so they said that they are part of your people and they migrated down there. And they say, we don't know who they are. Time and time again, I have watched people in all these communities, including HOK, all these communities, where they're talking about something in Africa, and they're talking about a tribe in Africa, and they cannot bring a person from that tribe in Africa to validate what they're saying. And when they do bring somebody, it's a coconut. Obanga, Mboli, any of these people, if they're still alive, or any other their people that are following them, people are following Diop. Anybody following these people today that are from those tribes, they are called coconuts. Okay? Anybody out there pushing any type of history, they're called coconuts. So anybody who really believes any of that Pan-African stuff, go get Kwame Nkrumah's Consciousnessism. Go study why did Kwame Nkrumah really for what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna break some of it down. And the elder definitely gave me the A-OK to start showing the Karaka Moon archaeological site that he worked on in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? I remember you put a message, and Bat came in there hating. Batman. Yeah, see, a lot of people, and I am gonna talk. I am gonna be talking a lot of mess, and I even had a couple of people sneak dissing that are really up there. Ty Streak Bay, and a lot of them, a lot of people are real offended by some of the things I say. So I'm gonna continue to Ty Streak Bay. I'm gonna continue to pat myself on the back. You wanna know why, Ty Streak Bay? Because you and your constituents, you and the accessories of false information and pseudo history that y'all been teaching it's at its end. It's at its end. It's at its end for these Moors. It's at its end for these chematologists, Egyptology, Egyptomania groups, and these Pan-Africans who really don't give a damn about people in Africa. You know, and this what separated me from them, and still does today. I still have my connections to the people who I communicate with in Africa. I'm still in good relations with Kylie in Australia. I'm still in good relations with Rita Elawa from Cairo, Egypt. So the problem is people are not getting information directly from their ancestors or from people who got their information directly from their ancestors. Now, I don't agree with everything that everybody says, and they don't agree with everything that I say. I have elders who I send messages and talk to all the time, who I was always trying to bring them in. Like, let me bring these elders in to the Aboriginal community, but they saw how disrespectful, and they saw how certain Aboriginals move like agents. Like when we brought Tribe up and we pulled Tribe up together, and everybody was coming in on Tribe Up. We even had Dan Calloway coming in. We had Corey Mayo pop in. I did a 3 live streams with Corey Mayo. And nobody says anything. So this is what it is. I am going to pat my back, Mr. Taj Tariq Bey. I am going to continue to do this, and I'm going to go even harder. I'm going to go so hard that people are just going to have to shut the hell up and stop trying to knowledge block. You're going to have to stop knowledge blocking. Okay? These people came in. They came in knowledge block. But I'm going to stick to the title. I'm going to stick to the title. I'm going to stick to the topic. So here we have, excuse me. Here we have all these alphabets. My argument is these alphabets are not ancient. For everyone to blow it up, look at it, check it out. These alphabets are not ancient. These alphabets, again, they are not ancient. These hieroglyphs are not ancient. Let me get to it. These monuments are not ancient. Meta-Netter is not ancient. So earlier today, when I went on to Garfield A. Reed's Dagger Squad channel, as soon as I mentioned to True Storian that isn't it safe to say that the person he's talking about was a subject to the Fellows of the Royal Society. Rob Bourne knew. He knew Lotus came in for blood. All I have to say is Fellow of the Royal Society, shut the fuck up. That's it. That's Charles Darwin. That's Charles Darwin's teacher. That's Charles Darwin's teacher's teacher. And the teachers of the teachers of all their teachers. All the science everyone's talking about on both sides of the aisle. All y'all following are the Fellows of the Royal Society. That's the first paleontologists. That's the first archaeologists. That's the first historians who were working for the AIU. You cannot get around this at all. They want me to be hushed. That's why Rob Bourne had to say, "No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that." Yeah, they don't want you to know about the Fellows of the Royal Society. Okay? When it comes to Ankar Keku was in there talking about Amerigo Vespucci, saying anybody saying that we call ourselves American, that we're following a Italian. And when I try and explain it, nah, bro, his name was not Amerigo. His name was Alberto. And we can get into Alberto. They changed the toe to go, and it was Alberigo. And then when you get into the sources of it, it's all reconstruction. It's all reconstruction. My last live stream, I can go over this over and over again. I met Rita Elowa's niece, who works in Egypt, who knows how to make these papyrus. They are not ancient. Where my other stuff? All right. So let me relax, because I was gonna go upstairs, but I'm not. I'm only gonna be on here not too much longer. So the point is, enough is enough, man. I have people knowledge blocking. They'll give shout outs, and I'll say people names. They'll give shout outs to all these people who do nothing but Google search. Google. I call it the googly mooglies. I'm not trying to throw Ty Data under the bus, but me and Ty Data used to laugh at everybody. Here they go with the Google. Hey, let's go look up the algorithm. And Ty Data was teaching me that talk about something and then see if a bunch of people are Googling that shit. And that's when we started finding out that people really don't have the heart to go research. And I think that some people will just get hurt. You know, I think that some people can't handle, they have a real a real cognitive dissonance. You know, and I feel this too. I feel that there's a lot of people who are in position to be in control, the ones that took over what we had going with Tribe Up, took over the control of it, and they're not really from here. And they have an agenda to erase the history of here. When I go into my genealogy and my ancestors and all that stuff, and I pull out my names, and I can show that what my ancestors were connected and what they were doing, I have not seen any big channel, big name person do that. Not even you, Dane Calloway. I have not seen Dane Calloway bust out, here go the Callaways. Here go the Callaways here doing something. I have not seen it at all. I have not seen it. But anybody can go to Rob Bourne and ask Rob Bourne, did Lotus show you that he had coats of arms and seals? And did he show his ancestors and all that stuff connected to that? You goddamn right. These people are misleading y'all. They will point you to every type of dictionary and lie about it as if Noah Webster and Daniel Webster were some real people. You got root words who will lie to you, talking about the Grimm's brother as if it was a real person. But I already interviewed Hagos Alamayahu 5 times. Well, nope, 6 times. 6 times. And got that cold, hard information about those pale faces taking the information from the one group that did not go through Reconstruction and started constructing all their information. There's a great deal of lies out there that these people have put out. Let me show them again. That they have put out. They put out him right here. I don't know what's going on with Handyman right there. These group of people were under the auspices of the Rockefellers. They made a fake history. They made these monuments, and everyone is believing this shit and following it. But here I am, digging into actual ruins on mountains, showing where they got the Inky story from, showing that they literally looked at this right here and made this. I can do it all day. I've already had the images lined up to show that they were looking at these mountains and making stories. I can show you where they got ET from. I can show you where they got the damn 8. Man, you know what? I'm going to save some of that information. I got it. There's nobody else in the community that showed and proved that electrons, protons, and neutrons and atoms are fake. That they were looking at this right here, diatoms, diatoms, looking into phytoplankton, looking into these things, and then making a fabricated story. So then we got Ankakek talking about everything started as expanding particles, expanding electrons and protons, when really this is it. This is it. Nothing else. You got a group of people, Native Americans, which I have Native American ancestry too, by the way. Yes, I've showed that on my avatar over and over. My Matthew Douglas Craig Discovery is my Native American ancestor who married an Aborigine from America. Got his name right there. Let me go back to that. Where was I at? It wasn't until 1910. Where am I at? Where's it at? I gotta upload it. Hold on. The hate needs to stop, man. I've done countless live streams on Supreme Chief Holiday's channel. Put out a great deal of information debunking a whole lot of stuff from other sources, from other people, and just me talking. And all I get is the utmost hate. All I get is the utmost deceit. All I get is we got to just take his information and exclude him. Don't mention me, but mention a damn zealot, a weirdo Orthodox Islamic flunky, Islamic Arab flunky. Damn, where's it at? There it is. Oh, I got some good stuff here. I got a whole lot of stuff I'm sitting on, man. Before I even get to the Egyptian stuff is the easy part for me. I've been talking about ancient Egypt and not being ancient for about 7 years, and I've been talking about hieroglyphs being waterfalls. I did it. I did it on Dagger Squad 6 years ago. You can see where Garfield tried to say Black Lotus gets checked 6 years ago. I went on this channel. I've been talking about this stuff. They know when I say it, and in fact, they say we don't even want to talk to Lotus about this shit because Lotus got people over there. Lotus, I brought Rita Eloi to Sarah Shooting Seti in Pasadena, and the next thing you know, Seti talking about Metanetta hasn't been deciphered with Young Pharaoh. I was putting that shit out. So what you see here is, why do they call it Turtle Island? Why was there pushback by people trying to say that it's not really called Turtle Island? Why did no one tell you that this is the original name right there? If you could zoom in. Well, why would it be called Turtle Island? Now, Google Earth does make the graphics and everything stand out. I had to talk to pilots about this. When did they first start doing it? The aviation meet. Aviators from all over the world met up in California, flying all over the Great Basin, flying over the East Coast, documenting the stuff. In 1910, since 1910, they have been documenting what the planet looks like from above. And they have documented all these things. I didn't just stumble upon this shit. People talk about blood got double helixes. I'm showing y'all. See, I'm not even supposed to show this shit. I might get in trouble for this. People talk about double helixes and looking in DNA and seeing E1, B1. This is what blood looks like. I don't see no damn letters. No, I don't. Right here in the language. And by the way, the hieroglyph for land, they call it Ta, but that's because in the Tamazight, in fact, I'm not going to call it Tamazight, in the language spoken over there, Tamazight means land. But right here, Mr. Ankh is where Ankh really got his name from, but they want to point you to some damn British, French, Germans, and use a manipulated, fabricated form to say that these are letters. Trying to tell you that the surface of water is in, when the surface of water is Aman. Anquar Ain Tafuyet. They don't even want to tell you. They tell you that's a C's right there. They have manipulated people's brain. And once they're in your brain, and people really think Champollion is in their head saying this goofy-ass Metanetta stuff, when these things are representations of geographical locations. That's it, that's all. You can look on the thumbnail. If you get a Rosette Thesaurus, right there, get that. Go to representations, you're going to find hieroglyphs. So when someone looks at this and they got Champollion in their brain, and they say stuff like, look, here go the hieroglyph for Texas. Ain't no damn Texas in no fucking hieroglyphs, and the word Texas is Tejas. We got people on Garfield channel talking about the Mississippi is over there in West Africa. Mississippi is not the original name. It's Quapa, Ofo. Why do people not have real knowledge of America, but then get a couple of little things like root word and figure out a couple of lakes, ponds, and streams or something like that and feel like they got all the knowledge? They have nothing passed down. They cannot do this, what I'm doing right here, and say, I got this certain from knowledge from this specific ancestor. It was that ancestor who gave me that. It was that ancestor who did this. There go Philander Snelling Hood. Guess what? His grandfather was the founding father of what the area where the Tuscarora was, that they tried to call the Underground Railroad. But when I was following and listening to idiots about that stuff, I was misleading people because I'm repeating their bullshit. Then when I sat and had to go in front of my father and be like, okay, we got disagreements on that. You still believe in your faith, but let me see what's going on with this information, Dad. Was there really some Underground Railroad going on with our ancestor? Your mother's great grandfather? Was there really something going on with that? What was this? How come there's no mention in our record of Harriet Tubman? What's going on with this story? And why did he kill a Ku Klux Klan member? Like, what was really going on? And that's the problem that with a lot of people in these communities, they're not doing that with their own relatives. You know what they're doing? They're going to fucking Google. Damn, excuse me, did it again. They're going to Google, Yahoo, Bing, Yelp, Wikipedia, and the American Online Etymology Dictionary. American Online Etymology Dictionary lies so damn much, I had to stop using it. Cognitive dissonance. That was people talking about some Algonquin nonsense. You don't know what the hell you talking about. Algonquin and Anishinaabe, Anikitab, Aninui and all this. You don't know what the hell you talking about. If you're saying that what they call reservations, which originally were called ethnic neighborhoods, were agents and the people's grandparents and the descendants are agents, you don't know what you're talking about, and I highly doubt that you're really from America. So we've got a lot of people who want to follow these people, you know, who can't do this. You can't show this. You can't show that like you had some ancestors were really involved in doing something in America. All you can do is regurgitate some damn book of Paleface wrote. But I can go get a bunch of Paleface books and show and prove that the people who were doing all the work and all the building, working as servants, people who be called Slavs, who were the Amish and the Mormons over in these areas, they were the ones over here growing this stuff and working as slaves, so to say. Because there was no Federal Reserve, what were they doing it for? They were working together, getting the gold out of here, getting the food out of here, and shipping it off to other places. The backstory and all this stuff is so much deeper. I focus on the pictures. I don't give a damn what words are on here. Show me the pictures. Where's my other one? Damn, my other one didn't load up. So again, here go to aviation. I know pilots. I know retired pilots. I know pilots that are flying in the air right now. The aviation meet of 1910, when they started flying over America, they started taking pictures, started videotaping stuff, black and white footage. And if you want to find that shit, good luck. I know where to go. And this is what I say, that my information costs money. These people don't have no real direction. These are leaders that have no interval to a solution. They are pushing nothing but fairy tale ass fabrications. They can't show, they have not been able to do the things that I've been able to do for the last 8 years. And before I got my rites of passage, I knew everything. I had all that information and knowledge and that bullshit in my brain that a lot of people talk about and regurgitate and repeat. Once I started dealing with stuff in my rights, I didn't know shit. I had to start all the way over. Then I had to contact people in other parts of the planet that I know, like, damn, you were saying this to me and this and this and this and this and this. And I was ignoring it. Why was I ignoring it? Because Google didn't tell me so. Wikipedia didn't tell me so. The PDF files on the internet didn't tell me so. So y'all keep following that chematology stuff, man. Keep on being weird. Keep on being weird with this, making of this such meta stuff and trying to say that this stuff is real. You want to believe that this autofellatio papyrus is real. You want to believe that really they had printing presses and were making all this stuff back in 1599 and the Gutenberg printing presses and all that stuff. Y'all want to believe this stuff is ancient? Y'all want to believe it's ancient? I don't mind. Go right ahead. But I'm telling you that we've been manipulated since then. Since then, we've been heavily manipulated. There's no way around it. Who put up the Aquarian Gospel created by the Levi? This person and his teachers were the ones who putting it together. I saw the brother Sean on Garfield's channel talk about he went down there to Mexico, and these pyramids down there, they were sacrificing people's heads. You see that on the right? That's what it really looked like. But then you got it like this, and you got writings and drawings and paintings that these damn Jesuit missionary weirdos created, and they believe it. I have the video on my channel showing when the AIU brought people over here, flying them over here, looking at the San Gabriel Mountains, going down to South America, using serpentine cutting in the stone, and making copies and renditions of what these mountains look over here, what the mountains look like in Death Valley, in mountains all throughout the Great Bass. And I'm talking about thousands. People talk about the Grand Canyon in Arizona, but that's the smallest Grand Canyon in the Great Bass, and that's the smallest canyon over here. You got to go all the way up into Utah and Wyoming and all that stuff. The canyon is twice as deeper. More monuments, more archaeological sites. Man, I'm so tired of this. Yeah, that's why I'm just like, man, it's time to beat it all up. So I have a book from the 19th century, and I know what they inserted into these words and what the original one looks like. In order for you to buy the original book of Paradise, Purgatory and Paradise Lost, those books cost like $80,000, man. Fuck out of here. And y'all telling me your PDF that you Googled for free, that you got access to because you can pay an electric bill and the Wi-Fi, is going to give you that shit? The wording is not even the same. So, I mean, Rob Bourne and a true Storian, bruh, when y'all show me something and the wording is not like this, I throw that shit right out. I don't believe that. But that's me. That's just me. All that talk everybody talks about, I still haven't heard anybody dig into a small nation of people. I still haven't seen it. We didn't have any pheasants. We weren't running around calling ourselves Cherokee. We didn't run around calling ourselves Muskogee or any of those names. You don't find none of that stuff in there. But what you find is W.B. Du Bois lying for the Library of Congress. I have the whole set from Family Heritage Books, Library of Congress information. I got all that. I have over 20,000 images from people all over the world, stuff I've documented, stuff that people never even heard of. And I'm just sitting on this shit. And I'm going to continue to sit on it. You know why? Because everybody wants to have favorites. It's not about information. It's about who sounds good, who can say and it's kind of pathetic too, really, because it's really pathetic. You know, I'm going to keep it 100. This shit is pathetic. That's how I look at this shit. I'm in disgust. This shit is pathetic. When it comes to the history that people are trying to promote and talk about these things happening in Europe really happen here, this is their source, okay? All that stuff they're saying about what happened in Western society, all they're talking about is the Sierra Madre Occidental, Sierra Madre Orient, all that stuff they say happened over there, and they'll put the story over here. They have no evidence of 100% of those stories having any type of validation. Man, they made so much stuff up. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, man. And I've dealt with too much stuff, too many different continents, too many different islands, too many different languages to just allow this shit to continue the way it's going. So it's like this, man. If y'all want to continue to follow these PDFs, these Wikipediaites, these PDFologists, these prisonologists, because people learn some. Hey, and again, I don't knock anybody going to jail or prison. I've been to jail my damn self. I have not been to prison, served a whole bunch of time. I don't consider that stuff to be like hard. I consider that shit to be like you were dumb. You couldn't get away with the crime you were doing. So I'm not completely knocking people who went to prison and spent some time in there, but I'm gonna tell you this: if you think in your brain that they put some books in prison that were gonna help you come out and fight against the system, you are a goddamn fool. You a goddamn fool. So all right, like I said, it's only gonna take me 10 minutes. Let me run my little commercial again. Again, I put this commercial out about 6 years ago. Like I said, I've been on this for a long time, man. I've been on this for a long time, and unfortunately, my channel was taken down. So it's like, my channel was taken down. So a lot of videos, I lost all my work. All my work is gone. Let me see if I can load up something else before I dig into the hieroglyphs. Man, I got so much stuff here, y'all. So much stuff here. It's crazy. Let's see. Well, I got the one I need. Hopefully it load up. Come on, load up for me. I'm full. Okay. All right. So I gotta pick one, y'all. Hold on. I see how y'all doing. I'm already paying all this damn money. I don't even be on StreamYard like that, and I still pay my bill. Right. So like I was showing that I'm looking at this every single day. I observe these ruins. They call it Kaikot Smovi. Kaikot Smo V. The new modern way of saying it, original way of saying is Kai Go Smo Nga. Okay? Kai Goat is ruin. Smo is hill. Unga is place. Now, I'm still a linguist, but I don't teach linguistics because I just don't. People don't find that important. They don't find it important. That's a missing piece in what's called the Aboriginal community. But nobody speaks the language. They just say Halito, Osio, and a goddamn thunderclap, and some goddamn flying axe or some shit. That's it. And they're not saying nothing. They can't hold a conversation. Can't do nothing. They're not devoting information. But I guess they on hush hush. I guess that's what's going on, y'all. So I'm gonna start killing it all, man. Anybody talking that Anunnaki stuff, like on Black Magic, I saw that they were on there talking some weirdo stuff, and all this Anunnaki stuff. And some people, they can only mention Zachariah Sitchin. But they don't want me talking about the Fellows of the Royal Society, because this is what happens. When I say Fellow of the Royal Society, everything falls apart. That's it. That's it. I made over 20 videos on my Lotus Virus channel about the Royal Society. It all falls apart. When it comes to all these so-called ancient scripts, since it hasn't been deciphered, oh, this person deciphered it. Oh, yeah, now we know how to speak it. It's always a fellow of the Royal Society. Always will be. It has never been nothing else. And whenever it is someone else, like in the story here, it's a person who was working for the Fellows of the Royal Society. It's never nothing other than complete control of the AIU, who controlled the Royal Society, who controlled the Jesuits, and controls the Templars. Again, I want to make sure people know this, because my good brother D Red gets a little frustrated when we talk about the Jesuits. We got to deal with the Jesuits. AIU runs it all. They're the center of the pyramid, this so-called pyramid system. The top is the Illuminati. The Illuminati is the Royal Society. There it is. I don't care. They can tell you about the Bavarian Illuminati. They can tell you about all that other shit. It's a joke. It's just the AIU. That's it. It's no mystery. It's the Fellows of the Royal Society. That's it. No mystery. Who is the most popular person that is in the Royal Society today, right now? Elon Musk. The hell? Did we just watch these people for the last 3 years in our goddamn face, and people want to make you think they're the boogeyman, and they right in your face running every goddamn thing that you do. Elon Musk right now, fellow of the Royal Society. Anthony Fauci, Jesuit. Bill Gates, Templar. He was knighted as a Templar. Y'all thinking that shit is ancient? They made all that shit up in the last 200 years. You understand me? I'm Lotus Virus. I'm a biohazard to anybody pushing these fucking Fellows of the Royal Society lies, and they run all the Arabic shit. Oh yeah. Well, hold on. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me take this fellow off. Let me show this fellow again. That's a fellow of the Royal Society. Credit that whole cuneiform Mesopotamian shit. But we got people saying that, yeah, we the real Mesopotamians. We the real Anunnakis. Whoa, that's your God. Him right there. That's your God. They didn't know shit until they flew over in 1910. Most of the religions and all the indoctrinations and everything that we got going on, and looking to the year 1910, I'm going to do a big thing on that too. Look into the year 1910 and what happened in the world. They didn't know a goddamn thing until they got on all these gliders and these blimps and all this stuff and these airplanes and flew overhead and started documenting what they saw and started writing stories. Look at Hollywood and all the stuff in the black and white pictures and tell me the shit does not blow up after 1910. Hollywood runs the world. Y'all think it's Switzerland? Lost y'all minds, man. All right, let me drop that one. Let me drop that one too. Again, this is what blood really looks like. I don't care what anybody says. Got love for Ngozi. I don't care what anybody says. This right here, end all be all. That's the close up, the high, looking at blood on something. That's blood. I don't see no fucking E1, B1, M1, A1, R2, D2, and C3PO. Ain't none of that shit in there. Stop lying to the people. Why? Why do they push that? Because the Fellows of the Royal Society credit that shit. And that's why Rob Bourne was like, nah, we ain't doing that. Not yet, because y'all gonna, you hiccup, fart, cough, I'm a fellow. Anything y'all say. Yeah, we were looking at the cosmos, and then they said these names for astronomy, fellows. There's nothing y'all can say. Who did that? Fellows of the Royal Society did that. Can't get around it. Who created the Atlantis story? Fellows. Who created Arab? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, Hold on. Hold on. Don't let me say no more. Where's it at? Huh? Where's it at? People think this shit is a game, man. Come on, load up. Man, it's taking forever. Chop, chop, chop. What did Hago say? Speak up, speak up, speak up. Time is wasting. Come on, StreamYard. It costs too much damn money. Everything should load up right. Right away. There it is. So when we look at them, where they at? We look at these characters doing all this shit. We look at these characters doing all that. You know what I mean? And we, you know what I'm saying? They all Islamified, everybody's bean pie and bow tie. And it's like, damn, we got the Nation of Islam going on, and they're all this, that, and the third. But the leader is siding with Scientology. The leader is saying that back away, don't go hard on the LGBTQ. The leader, Farrakhan, has all this money given to him by these pale Arabs and all that stuff, and you have all these damn things going on, and all these accolades can be given to the Nation of Islam. But when we look into the history, we got Elijah Muhammad impregnating preteens. What was it, 12, 11-year-olds? They said even 12 and 11-year-olds. Now, I don't know all the details on it, so I'm not even going to lie on this dick. We saw what happened to Malcolm. Well, for the elders who were there during that time alive, we've seen video footage, and we've heard the stories of what they did to Malcolm. So if Nation of Islam is so great, then why are our brothers and sisters that are in their teenage years, in their 20 years, running around killing each other so damn much? Why are we so hooked on all these drugs and opium? Why are so many of our women's out here thotting and having so many miscarriages on drugs, getting pregnant all the time, and going to get so many abortions? Some women be having 5 abortions by the time the age of 30 and all this stuff. All this system and everything that's going on and the way things look, all messed up. But we got the Nation of Islam, and we got the NAACP. We got the fraternities and sororities. People, wake up. Wake up. I don't hear nothing else. No. Nobody better never say anything about an Islam, Hadith, Sufi, Kufi. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing. Fellows of the Royal Society credit the Quran. They credit the Hebrew religion. We weren't talking none of that Hebrew shit till like the 1960s, 1950s, and 1960s. We didn't know anything about none of that Oriental shit like that until they came over here to America with that shit under the agenda to push this shit and to get people docile to follow this shit. It's not a game. Got the whole thing there for you. I don't want to hear that shit. No more pale Arab flunky ass nonsense. Get that shit up out of here. So, got all that out? All right. This hieroglyph right here, this representation of a geographical location. Why is it a representation of a geographical location? That's why. If you go look at a geyser, go in person. Don't just look at a video. Go look at it in person. Go look at water coming out. Go to the places on Earth. You can watch some videos of what's going on in Hawaii. You can see these things happening on Earth. But when I look at this is what I'm looking at. I've been talking about this since 2015. Shit ain't new to me. I don't play with this goddamn Oriental weirdo nonsense. I don't play with that. When I look on these mountains, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this stuff every single day. Right corner, there go the face. I had to go close up to it to make sure. Damn, do my eyes deceive me? I found a structure that's ancient, a real one. Not none of that old made up, dressed up Tatarian looking shit. I got a whole building breakdown for that. I debunked Tataria back in 2012, y'all. I mean 2011. It wasn't even 2012 yet. I was already debunking Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu. And by the way, Atlantis comes from I wasn't gonna say that fake word, but I'll say it again. I'll say the Berber. Atlantis story is a Berber story. The word Atlantis comes from the Berber word Atlasi. The word Mu is a Berber word. It comes from the Berber word Muhuit. You also have in the Beja language, I'll say the simple word so y'all can look it up. The word Mu means moist, something that's slightly wet. I go to location. I go to sites. I do the work myself. I have countless videos on site on Chief's channel. And nobody else is doing it. That's the reason why they're challenging everybody else. They know not to challenge me because when I come in, I'm coming in, fellows of the Royal Society. As soon as I hit the door, fellows of the motherfucking Royal Society. Now what? What you gonna do? They can't do nothing. That's it. Everything falls. All that Richard Allen talk, all that who did what, who was a Methodist, who was an Episcopal, who was doing the goddamn, it all falls apart. All that Atlantis story, all that Mesopotamian story, all that Akkadian, Phoenician, Canaanite stuff, all falls apart. It's all fellows of the Royal Society, and I am still a thorn in the side of the fellows of the Royal Society, and they know it. Go subscribe to the Fellows of the Royal Society channel, and go reach out to them and contact them. If you don't believe me, I still have screenshots of when people over there were contacting me. I still have screenshots of their numbers. I still have screenshots when I was contacted by Warner Brothers and Universal. I have a lot of shit that people, y'all want to keep going to these PDF Wikipedia looky-loo groups. These dudes can't do nothing. They can't show you anything on site. All they can do is just take you to a book, to a website. I'm talking about going on site, archaeological site, where they're still digging up the minerals. They're still taking the gold out of the mountains. But then they'll lie and say, they didn't take gold out of California. That was really down there in South America. No, it wasn't. It was right here. And it's still gold up in here. I've been up in these mountains. I've been up in all this shit, man. There's a mountain next to a pyramid in the city I grew up in. That's about a couple of miles from Sunny Slope Park. Sunny Slope Park is nothing but mounds. You're going up and down a mound. You go up a mound, you go down, you're going, as soon as you get down to the bottom, you're going up another mound. And you take that directly straight north, it's Eaton Canyon, and it goes straight up the mountains. It's a pyramid right there. Then there's an area where all your compass starts messing up. Water even goes up here. If you put your car in neutral, your car will be pushed up. Your car will slowly roll uphill. Why? Because I'm into field research. I know about shit at Leo Carrillo, about Pepperdine College. I know about the sites over there near Malibu. I know that the real what's that name? That mythological fairy tale story people like talking about. Montezuma, the real Montezuma is over here in California. The other Montezuma is in the Great Basin, I think in New Mexico. But people want to point you down to South America and Central America. There's a whole nother story in Central America and South America that they're lying about, and they're taking stuff out of the Great Basin and the things that are really in the Great Basin, and they got you thinking it's over there in South America and Central America. And in the history and the real stories of Central America and South America, they're covering it up. Fools. But anyway, let me show it again. This and I'm gonna find the image that I shut the whole Amaral squad down. I shut the Dagger squad down. Each one teach one. They don't really care about the hieroglyph stuff like that. I shut them all down with just one image, and I said, "You guys are calling that netter? That's a waterfall." You call this shit shot flower on shit shot head? No, it's not. It's that. Prove me wrong. And use people over there in Egypt. Don't use a fellow of the Royal Society. Stop using fellows. When I was on Dagger Squad, Garfield's channel that day, he told me I can't use fellows of the Royal Society as my argument. This is like 5-6 years ago, y'all. 5 years ago. You can't use fellows. You can't use no white people. Oh, what? That's helping y'all. I'll fuck y'all day up with Claudius Labib and his information. And that's not the only person. I'll fuck y'all shit up with the last pharaoh, Osman Digna, Rita Elawakil, her great uncle. I'll fuck all y'all shit up. And then I sat there and had debates with Wu Jawu, and then they get mad because they would ask me, translate this. Where is it at? Translate that on that wall. I'm not translating that. That's fake. What you saying is fake? Okay, yeah, it's a bunch of ducks going up to a pond, dig over a stick to hit a snake. I still remember what I said. Wake up, man. My ancestors made history. I don't know what other people's ancestors did, but I have stuff passed down from my ancestors, and my ancestors, they were alive watching things come in and had a disdain for some of the stuff that came in. They like some of the stuff too. I could talk about my ancestors who did agree with the stuff, who did go along with it. We all got that. But Anka Kek, your name is on trial. I sent this to Ankh 4 years ago. Ankh said he had to give up. He had to throw the towel. I ain't fucking with you. Nah, don't fuck with me, bro. I speak the languages from over here. I speak the languages from over there. And I know the real languages from Europe. And ain't nothing that you can find on Google. Ain't nothing you gonna find on Google. I know about the real languages in India too. Know about the real ones. I know about the 7 dialects in the Philippine Islands and all the languages of the islands. I know about the 50+ languages over there in Australia from Kylie and her father. There's a great deal of information and people don't know shit, man. And enough is enough. It's time to elevate. See, I'm on this level because I'm ready to elevate, man. I'm about frequency equals sound equals color, maintenance repair overall, maintenance repair operations, mine manufacture, mass produce everything we want, need, and use. That right there is the civilization. That right there is taking control of your destiny. Just those 3 right there. That's full control of that. That's full control of your destiny. Frequency equals sound equals color. That goes over everybody talking about any type of cosmology, this, metaphysical, that, scientific ingenuity, damn, I can't think of the word right now. Ingenuity, any of that stuff. It's all over that. I've already made the blueprint on making a machine. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about that. I've been there, been on that, worked for Quantum Research Facility in Oakland, California, because of my hypothesis that I put together that can be applied to quantum mechanics. I have been doing this shit, and we got a bunch of people who have contributed nothing to humanity. I have contributed a language and my own symbols to humanity. I contributed a way of free energy and technology to humanity. I've been putting all this shit together for all this time, and all these fucking haters have been trying to do nothing but take the information from me, find where I'm getting my shit from, and exclude me from it. But now, guess what? I'm on y'all motherfucking heads now. Everybody, where's your fucking information at now? Want to talk about some blood? Want to talk about Perry having double O and we got Root Word talking about he's ABO, his blood type is ABO and all that shit. I don't see none of that shit. And I guarantee anybody talk and talking about that DNA shit, I guarantee they ain't never showed you this. I guarantee they never talk about this. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Hey, but here goes the thing though. I don't want to be a cult leader. I don't want to be a follower. Man, it's time to get on it's time to do what we're supposed to be doing as men. Time for us to start building our own cities. It's time for us to do it. When I brought out 3D printing and all the information on 3D printing back in 2017, in 2016, when I was talking to Q Butter on Bro Sanchez's channel, and I was saying that we need to get these 3D printing machines, and we could 3D print a whole neighborhood, we could 3D print all this type of stuff and 4D print all these things. What happened to that? I don't even talk about it no more. Like I said, man, this shit ain't a game. People are playing for subscribers and goddamn giggles and clicks on a fucking button on YouTube. This is real shit. I'm leaving a legacy, and I'm leaving y'all motherfuckers behind that's been hating on me. All those that support me and have been behind me all this time, got much love. Y'all in for a journey because my shit is just now starting. Like I said, nobody brought this stuff that I've been bringing. That's the real atom. Electron, protons, neutrons, and atoms are fake. DNA, fake. Both sides. Fake. There's certain stuff I can't even say because my last channel was shut down. But I can only say this part of it. The RT-PCR test that you can observe genetic material is not what we think. But my time has runneth. My time has runneth over. Again, this right here is this. This right here is that. That right there is this. And if you think meta-netta, if you think hieroglyphs are letters, I got that for you. You full of shit. Your information ain't shit. If you think you know where people started and the birthplace of humanity, where man started, and you want to talk about all that weirdo shit, how do you make a human being from scratch? If you can't answer that, stop. Find a solution. Find a solution, get behind a solution. That's all I got for you on that. I bring groundbreaking shit. Do you see the faces right there? I bring groundbreaking stuff. I discover stuff. Fuck discovering a PDF. Oh, damn, I'm doing profanity. Forget discovering a PDF. Forget reading some damn scientific article about being scientific illiterate. Ankh, did you go find it? When are you going to write your own scientific article? When are you going to go dig up a bone and talk about Lucy, oh, damn monkey knuckles? When are y'all going to start really doing some stuff, man, instead of just getting on some damn line looking at some stuff, bro? For the last 2 years, I've been documenting the whole span of 20 miles. And online, I've documented over 4,000 sites. I have found sites. I have found shit. And that shit that I found, damn, man, there I go again. I have found things. And I'm ready to move forward. But am I supposed to really not move forward and be a part of a community that just wants to find somebody that talks and sounds sweet and soothing and all that and want to be cult leader ass type shit and have no objective, no mission statement, no preamble, no real productivity, nothing. I don't even think some of these dudes could build a goddamn birdhouse. But like I said, when I hollered at Q Butter about that situation, I told Q Butter, using that word science 4 years ago on Supreme on Bro Sanchez's channel, and I said, you guys are talking all this science stuff, but the Fellows of the Royal Society motto is nullius in verba. Take nobody's word for it. That's why I show. I don't gotta say anything. I can just show that right there. Take it easy. I know and you know what? I'm gonna be turned up like this all the time from now on. And in fact, I'm back. The John Wick, the Scholar Killer is back. I was vicious on Blog Talk Radio. I was talking about pseudopigrapha before Ankh said the word pseudo anything. I'm back and I'm coming for everybody's information. Your information got a hole in it, man, I'm about to cut that hole open. I don't care what side you stand on. Again, and that's just those two hieroglyphs. I have over 100 hieroglyphs that are set up to be shown. I'm going to slowly start showing them. Again, too, this is not the first time. Again, just like that right there. Again. All right, y'all, man. Enjoy yourselves. All right.